Check ultimateguard.com and find premium quality products for your favorite trading card game. Check video description or visit Ultimate Guard for more.
How's it going, guys? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at Trevenant Garbodor Tapu Lele deck in the standard format. So, Garbodor and Trevenant, both new Stage 1 Pokemons from the Guardian Racing. And of course, in today's video, I'm just gonna play them with the support Octillery for the Abyssal Hand and with the support of the Tapu Lele for that supporter search. Trevenant 120 grass Pokemon Stage 1 with that double course energy attack, 30 damage times the number of trainer cards in your opponent hand. That's it. So if your opponent have 5 trainer cards in his hand, you're striking for like 115. This Trevenant looks just pretty badass. I really like that. The moon or what is in the background, it's pretty cool. It looks very nice. And of course, Garbodor with the Trash Avalanche, 20 times the item cards you find in your opponent discard pile. So yeah, this Garbodor is something like Night March, so this could be a new Night March in my opinion, especially with the evolutions. Yeah, I mean, this deck can also work pretty well with the evolutions. So far I didn't have so much time to build it, but I'm definitely going to try to cover also that. But overall, the idea is to just strike your opponent for the number of trainer or item cards he have in his hand, and that's pretty much it. So 19 Pokemon's 34 training cards and 7 energies. 4-3 line of the Trevenant, 4-3 line of the Garbodor. Of course, I'm also running 1 Garbotoxin just in case if I need it. 1-1 line of the Octillery, the Abyssal Hand, and 2 Tapu Leles with that Wonder Tag. Item cards, running 2 Field Blowers because they're just way too good and they can actually discard tool cards. Tool is an item card also, so you can discard tool or item cards, tool or stadium cards from your opponent Pokemons in play. And I really like that because with Field Blower we can increase the damage for 40, possibly discarding those tool cards. But also discarding Fighting Fury Belt can significantly help because we can also have 40 HP less on our opponent Pokemons in play. 2 copies of Level Ball with 4 copies of Ultra Balls are going to be here for the search engine, and also 1 Special Charge and 1 Super Rod, so we can recycle our energies or Pokemons from discard pile back to our deck. 3 Trainers Males and 4 V-Seekers in addition to that, and that's pretty much all with the 2 copies of Choice Band for extra 30 to the GXs, and with 2 Float Stones for the free retreat, of course, just in case, or for that Garbodor with the Garbotoxin. And of course, ending up my trainer cards or item cards with the 2 Altar of the Moon stadiums, so I can actually have free retreat with my Pokemons that actually have a Psychic Energy attached to them. So just in case if we don't have Float Stone available, but we have, for example, Octillery in the active spot stacked, we can simply have Psychic Energy and retreat to our other benched Pokemon. But Altar of the Moon is also pretty good because it can help us to switch between Garbodor into the Trevenant, so we can just combine between Trash Avalanche and that Trevenant first attack, Poltergeist or whatever it's called, depend on the how many cards our opponent have in his hand, or how many maybe item cards he have in his discard pile. Also running in addition to that from the supporter cards 1 Hex Maniac, 1 Lysandre, also running 1 Professor Kukui and 1 Wally, so I can have that turn 1 Wally. 3 Ends and 4 Sycamores featuring 1 Kukui for the draw support and for extra 20 damage with Kukui, and 7 energies in total. 4 of them are going to be double cores and 3 of them are going to be Psychic Energies. Also interesting deck, interesting card or Pokemon that can be attacking this build. It's definitely Gumshoos GX, because with the Gumshoos GX we can also use the advantage looking at our opponent hand and taking closer look before we just decide to use that Trevenant attack. We can just see how many trainer cards he have in his hand, and then we can just use that Gumshoos advantage and attacking with Trevenant for maybe more damage counters than we can do with, for example, Trenchalanche that he have in his discard pile without taking a huge risk. So make sure also to think about that. But I'm probably gonna just cover with few days after this video also deck with the Gumshoes GX, so make sure to stay tuned for that. If you're looking for any of these cards, also you can find them on ccgcastle.com. As always, if you're looking to trade your old bulk, you can do it on TCG. You can do it on ccgcastle.com for the garden raising booster box. All you need to know is in my video description, so make sure to check my video descriptions for all informations you need to know. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. It's a little bit late. So yeah, I just decided to publish one video for today's daily upload. So yeah, I hope you're gonna enjoy watching it. At least there's a deck list, so you can try it by your own. And also make sure to consider taking that Gumshoes GX because it's a pretty cool card for this build. So see you in the game. Alright, so the latest deck from my collection is Garbodor featuring Trevenant and Tapu Lele-GX. So let's take the look at that deck in the action. So it looks like I'm going to start with the Phantump. There is one copy of Choice Band available with 2 Trainer's Mails, double CORSAIR Energy, and Psychic Energy. And looks like that's going to be a mirror match. So what else you need to have here than the mirror match so you can judge how good or bad this deck is. So, Trainer's Mail. Alright, so Acrobike and Trainer's Mail. I'm not sure if my opponent ran this deck with the Vileplume around, but I'm definitely gonna find that out. Alright, so there is also Puzzle of Time, which means so far he had like 4 item cards in his discard pile. That's sweet. But this Puzzle of Time is gonna be for 2 cards from his discard, or actually the top 3 cards rearranged. Alright, so there's another piece of puzzle. That's interesting. He might have actually 3 pieces of puzzles in his hand, so he just tried first to rearrange top 3 cards, then pick up any 2 cards. Nope, what the heck. So he just decided to throw out 2 pieces of puzzles here. That's interesting. Let's see what we can get with the Trainer's Mail. 1 copy of Level Ball is always a welcome. Alright, so let's see. Level Ball for Remoraid, of course. Then that's gonna be 1 Trainer's Mail for a Float Stone. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab that. I think I can do that. I think I can attach also Choice Band and play my Tapu Lele-GX here for something like Octillery. Actually for Wally into the Octillery, so I have opportunity to have basically Octillery turn 1 in play or Trevenant. I think I'm just gonna stick with my Octillery so I can have that Abyssal hand draw support for like 3 extra cards. Alright, so there's just a couple Trevenants and 1 Garbodor, but more than that, only 1 item card, which is a VS Seeker. It can be for Wally. So, Trevenant, your opponent reveals his or her hand, and basically you're attacking for 30 for each trainer card you find there. So that's Ultra Ball, which is gonna be for interesting. Shaman EX, and that's gonna be 1 setup for 6. Alright, that's just perfectly fine. Highest damage he can done to my Phantump, it's gonna be like 60. I didn't even confuse him because I know that he's definitely gonna have that Trevenant, so he's just gonna be able to evolve. So in my opinion, there is just no point of using that confuse ray. But that's just me. So, a VS Seeker, which is gonna be for Professor Sycamore, and so far I like how many item cards my opponent actually have in his discard pile, because Trenchalanche, this attack does 20 for each item card in your opponent's discard pile. Let's just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, that's 180 already. I think they're actually gonna ban this Garbodor because it's way too strong. I mean, with 1 energy you can just dominate your opponent without too many problems. And there's puzzle of time. Will there be 2 or 1 puzzles? We shall see. But the one thing is for sure, I'm just gonna have that Trevenant in my hand available for attack. And also that a Beazle hand, probably for 2. Okay. I'm still wondering why my opponent didn't try to use 2 pieces of puzzles turn 1. And that's a nice top deck, which is a Tapu Lele. I can grab any supporter card I want. Let's just first go with 1 Beazle hand and see what you can get. Just a double course energy. Looks a little bit scary, to be honest, so I think I just need to refresh both players' hands here with something like a N. Of course, with N there's a lot more possibilities that my opponent will have more than 1 or 2 trainer cards in his hand. And of course, I simply need to get rid of some of my item cards, of course, and mainly I'm also gonna discard that Stadium from play. Sounds like a good idea. Overall, that's it. So let's just use the Trevenant attack, and oh, there's plenty of trainer cards in my opponent's hand, so that's gonna be 120, just like that. So only 1 Ultra Ball for me, not bad. I mean, I have Garbodor with the Garbotoxin available, which means I can easily take the advantage and shut down my opponent's abilities, but also mine abilities in play. Alright, so another Acrobyte discarded. Max damage I can take right now, 90, which means my Trevenant will survive. There is also Float Stone for the Oddish on the bench. I know that he have Tapu Lele in his hand, I know that he have so many other cards, but he just decided to attack for 90, and that's literally it. So there's a Garby in my hand. More than that, that's gonna be a Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball, of course, for 1 more Trubbish, so I can have 2 Garbodors, because they are very, very powerful. Energy for my Tapu Lele, Beazle hand, of course, and after that I'm just gonna use my N. So there we go. And for fresh hand, before I decide to take other options here, let's just grab that Ultra Ball and 1 more Garbodor in hand. So I have 2 more Psychic Energies, more than enough for the attack. And I'm just gonna use my Poltergeist. Yeah, there's plenty of trainer cards in my opponent's hand, so I could again go for 120. And right now I'm down to 4 prize cards. My opponent still didn't take a single prize here. He have plenty of item cards in his discard pile. The good thing for him is that he can Sky Return in this situation and also item lock me, for example. But yeah, I mean, I have Octillery already with my Beazle hand and with the Float Stone available, so that's a huge plus for me. The good thing for my opponent is that he can remove Shane from play, which are 2 prize cards, and knocks out my Trevenant by Sky Returning. And that's pretty cool. So there's another puzzle of time, of course, to rearrange the top cards. Mainly because you're gonna set up your Shami next turn, that's obvious. Probably after this knockout, he's gonna promote his Oranguru in the active position. Because if he decides to promote Trevenant, I can one-hit Trevenant. All I really need is just a Psychic Energy. So Trevenant is not worthy, in my opinion, to be promoted in the active spot. Alright, I mean, he can do that with the Glum, because I have free retreat with the Float Stone, but still not good in my opinion. And he decided to put the Trevenant in the active spot, so that's just perfectly fine for me. I'm going to play my Level Ball, you know, just to grab 1 more. This time I'm just gonna grab Phantump. Let's just go with the Phantump right now. One Abyssal Hand, I'm just searching for one copy of the Psychic Energy. Looks like I'm not gonna get it. Since I'm looking forward to discard some of the resources from my hand, I'm thinking about grabbing one more Trubbish and discard it with the Sycamore, because I can have greater chance to hit what I'm looking for. Mainly I'm looking for that Psychic Energy. And nope, I didn't get it. I didn't get the Psychic Energy here. However, there's just a Trainer's Mail, which means I can go with the Field Blower or with the Lysandre. Let's just take that Lysandre. And before he actually managed to, you know, item lock me, I'm just gonna recycle my energies. Okay, so Float Stone for my Tapu Lele. Probably you're gonna ask yourself, why in the world would I do that instead of just attaching to my Garbodor with the Garbotoxin, so I can have that ability lock preventing. I decided to do that mainly because I wanted to maybe force my opponent so he can lock himself. And also, oh, there we go with the N. And also, if he can remove the Stadium from play, I'm just gonna need to pay 1 energy retreat cost, so I didn't want to do that anyways, because I don't know if he maybe play some kind of the energy disruptive cards like Enhance Hammer or something like that. So that's just 30 damage counters. Looks like he don't have too many options here, and I have my energy for my Garbodor. I also had that Ultra Ball, so I can discard my complete hand here and just attack for the knockout, but he decided to concede, so let's just move to the another game. Alright, so waiting one more game here to play, and looks like I'm gonna start first, so let's take a look at the opening hand. Theoretically and possibly starting first, I can just put my Garbodor in play with the Garbotoxin, shut down my opponent abilities, and yeah, just wait for the next turn and start attacking. Turn 1 ability abuse is very, very powerful. Imagine turn 1 ability abuse with the item lock. That would be just insane, just in my opinion. But looks like my opening hand is not the best, at least with the cards that I'm having at this moment in the hand. So there's a combi with couple Phantumps, but look at this. There's a Ultra Ball as a top deck, but I'm still short for the tool card. And I'm not gonna even set up my Tapu Lele. So we'll just grab my, yeah, insane. We'll just grab another Trubbish, put it down to the bench, attach of course energy to him, and Sycamore for 7. Oh, I can even Hex Maniac, but not gonna do that. We'll just Sycamore for 7, since I already discarded my Sycamore. Another Ultra Ball. Yeah, just getting pretty bad cards right now. For 1 Phantump, just in case, and passing my turn for now. 2 V Seekers already discarded. That hurts a lot. That definitely hurts. So Vespiquen with the Trevenant, both grass, which means that my opponent runs that Forest of Giant Plants, of course. There's a Float Stone and 1 Acrobike, so that's 20 damage right now in his discard pile. Actually 40. I don't need too many damage counters here, just 100, 120 for the 1-hit knockout, and it's my turn. Double Course Energy, definitely attaching. Phantump can have that. Choice Band and Sycamore will be for 7. And I didn't get a Float Stone here, so we'll just set up another Trubbish on my bench. And I'm also gonna use that Field Blower here. But I'm also gonna pass my turn. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Passing my turn. So far only 3 item cards in my opponent's discard pile. It's only 60. So if I can strike only for 60, it's not worth to evolve my Trubbish into the Garbodor yet, maybe. Another Trubbish as a top deck. So yeah, we'll discard my Garbodor and Octillery for that Garbodor. I guess I don't have another choice here than just start attacking with him. So Trenchalange for like 60. That's literally it. Next turn, knockout against West Queen, knockout against Phantump, knockout against Trubbish, knockout against Klefki. The only Pokemon that I can't knock out is gonna be Trevenant, but since he put Klefki on the bench, looks like he don't have anything else in his hands. So yeah, that's just gonna be retreat down to Phantump and Wanderlock. And more than that, probably the pass. And after that, I'm just gonna use my Trenchalange for like 60, which will be enough for the knockout. And it will give me the opportunity to have that extra extra card in my hand, which is going to be, of course, 1 prize card. But overall, very slow start for both players. Both players lagging at this moment. Hoping for the best top deck. I'm hoping for something like a Sycamore, of course. There is tiny chance that I can top deck V-Seeker because I already discarded 3 of them. Little bit better chance to hit something like a Sycamore or maybe N. But however, there's 6 damage counters with my Trenchalange, which means Trashalange. There's another Tapu Lele. Okay, at least Tapu Lele can provide me with the supporter card here. There's an Acrobike for my opponent. And there's a special charge discarded. And I hope he managed to get, oh, another Acrobike. Alright, so those Acrobikes actually works good for me because they are actually item cards, and as long as he have item card in his discard pile, I can just attack with my Trashalange. So Intelligence Gathering will allow him to draw cards until he has 6 in his hand. This is still a long game here because I only managed to pull like 5 cards. What I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna end my opponent. There is a Field Blower, a Float Stone available, Professor Kukui, a Super Rod. I think it's worth it to play that Super Rod right now for Octillery, Garbodor, and Tapu Lele. So Float Stone not gonna be attached. I have enough for the knockout right now, 120. So we are gonna just exchange knockout for knockout from turn to turn. And the question is, who can get better consistency right now? Since I still didn't see a single Tapu Lele or Shaman for my opponent, not even Octillery, I think I'm gonna be in a little advantage here, but just for now. I mean, I already took 2 prize cards, so I think I'm definitely in better advantage and in better position. There's also plenty of item cards in my discard pile, which means he can go for 1-hit knockout with his Garbodor, of course, if he can put 1 in play. Okay, so there's another Combi, and a Pearl, and the Forest of Giant Plants, and Ultra Ball. So will that Ultra Ball be for Garbodor? I think it's gonna be for the Garbodor. Since I already have Garbodor available in my hand, that's just gonna be the knockout back to my opponent. So Garbodor versus Garbodor. That's insane. Okay, 400. So he strike for 400 with a single energy. And that's just broken in my opinion. Not broken, but too broken. Yeah, Float Stone, why not? Field Blower, why not? Trainer's Mail for Special Charge. Do I need it? Why not? We can have it. And of course Kukui for extra 20, an extra 2 cards. Ooh, 2 double course energies, that's sweet. So I'm using my Trashalange, and it's gonna be for like 360 Less than my opponent, but still 360. Come on. 1 energy for so many damage counters. I think they need to do something about this card because, I mean, it's not that powerful, but against specific decks, it's gonna be too broken, in my opinion. Something like a new Night March, but just stage 1. Something like a Night March, but just a stage 1. There's 1 copy of N. So right now it's all about that Vespiquen or maybe Revitalizer. Can my opponent pull it, or maybe even Level Ball or Ultra Ball, so he can have it? So there we go, there is a Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball available for my opponent, and it's gonna be a Vespiquen. So right now the problem for me definitely is gonna be, will I be able to get that Garbodor in play somehow? Alright, so there's a Vespiquen. And a Beer Revenge, of course, for 140 because he have more than enough Pokemons in his discard pile. And yeah, the only way where I can just go for the one-hit knockout, it's gonna be with my Garbodor, of course, and with my energy, but I didn't find it. However, I have my Bezel Hand available, so there is still hope to find it. Level Ball for nothing. Ooh, only 1 Psychic Energy. Well, I can tell you one thing, it's gonna be very tough. So a Bezel Hand. Okay. Ooh, yeah, but I still don't have Garbodor. Dang. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna confuse him with my Confuse Ray. I think that's fair enough. However, he can retreat to the another Vespiquen or maybe to his Trevenant and attack me back for 90 because I have only 3 trainer cards in total in my hand. Plus I also have N. So that's more than enough for the knockout. That's 9 damage counters. He's gonna take 1 card in his hand. I'm gonna put my Octillery in the front. Attach my energy to my Trubbish, top deck Trevenant. Probably if I play Sycamore, I'm gonna deck out. So even that is just painful. Gotta put that Tapu Lele on the bench just to see what else we have here. So there is 1 Garbodor, and that Wally will allows me to take him. Of course, I'm gonna take him. Alright, I don't have any resource left. I'm so down to my resources. There is not too many options I can do. So I'm just gonna wait. No, I can't afford myself to wait. I need to tag him, and I need hope to see enough trainer cards in my opponent's hand for the knockout with my Garbodor. But tell you one thing, since he can't go for the knockout, I'm just gonna risk. So he has Sycamore and N, and that's gonna be 60. Since he can't one-hit knock me out with his Trevenant, I can knock him with my Garbodor maybe, or with 2-hit knockout with my Trevenant. How many double course energies he have in his discard pile? 0. I only have 3 cards available. He's probably just... oh. So he's gonna strike for like 90, and... I'm gonna strike back for the knockout, so I'm down to... oh, Revitalizer. Dang, that Revitalizer will bring him a victory here. Oh, there's a Lysandre. Yep, that Revitalizer is a big deal because he can grab that. Ah, come on. Oh, he didn't play Revitalizer? He didn't play Revitalizer for Vespiquen because he knows that he's gonna top deck another Vespiquen. And there's a special charge, so he can even recycle that double course energy. However, I'm not gonna have another energy card available. I'm also use my special charge, and I also waste my Super Rod. So both cards that can bring back my resources are in my discard pile, and bing, that's it. That sounds like a GG. There's even Field Blower. Probably 2 Float Stones gonna be discarded. It's okay. He decided to go with the Stadium. Yep, be revenge for the knockout, 150. Be revenge for the knockout. So I'm falling down to 1 prize. I have Trainer's Mail, which is Altar of the Moon. However, I still need to play that N if I really want not to deck out myself. And I can just knock out his Wespy Queen, but that's all I can do, mainly because he have another Wespy available on his bench. So 320, and I'm taking 1 card, which is an Ultra Ball. And yeah, after the knockout with his Wespy Queen, I don't have another energy card. So I think I actually play maybe 2 less energies? 7? I mean, 7 is a lot of energies for a deck like this, but yeah, I was short for like 1 energy card, and that actually happens a lot to me. But I still prefer, and I still like this deck a lot, so yeah, there's a Tapu Lele, and what I can do is just a Beazle Hand for 0. I can be Seeker for N and then a Beazle Hand. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's just N and then a Beazle Hand. Let's see if we can N and a Beazle Hand and maybe pull an energy card. Yeah, I know that's not gonna happen, but still, we can try to do that. Maybe magic can happen. Oh, how many Pokemon does he have in his discard pile? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and not for the knockout anyways. So a Beazle Hand. Bloop, bloop, bloop. For Tapu Lele. And yes, I want to search my deck for supporter card. Oh, but I don't have cards available. Yeah, I'm just trolling right now because I lost. Anyways, I can't even play my Ultra Ball because I don't have any available card left in my deck. So I'm just gonna let my opponent to knocks out my Tapu Lele and say well played, and he had 1 more double course energy available in his hand. But yeah, be revenge for 170, exactly enough for the knockout, and unfortunately that's a GG. I was short for that 1 energy card, but overall it's a pretty cool deck. Maybe lack of Shaman is very influence, but still I think how this deck is pretty cool. Definitely, I really like it. I really like the fact that you can use Octillery and a Beazle Hand always and always and always and always have a hand with 5 cards in your hand, and don't worry about any in the late game. But anyways guys, I hope you enjoy watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me know what you think also about this deck in the video description, in the comments below. The deck list can be found in the video description, so yeah, stay tuned till the next time. Have a nice day wherever you are. We'll see you in the next video, and goodbye.